Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And throw right side complete to Parker. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Now it's Breida. Tackled by A.J. Epinesa.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Get nothing out of that one. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Miami.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Here's Breida. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Tua, fast pass outside complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. This is Breida. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. It's awfully tempting to go for this, isn't it?
It certainly is, and there's a big part of me that says let's go ahead and do it because they've got momentum. It's been a nice drive to start the game, but from this distance, the odds aren't with them at all. Take the 3 points, feel good about that, come back and get the touchdown on your next drive.
Yeah, and you're on the road, so snag the lead while you can.
Jason Sanders.
A first update now from Cleveland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Jeff Thomas on the return. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tackled at the 27.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Byron Jones brought him down. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run with a rookie from Utah. This is Zach Moss. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
He was brought down by Everson.
Haven't been a defensive coordinator yet. The big 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
A 43-yard attempt.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept you in a lot of games, and now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Preston Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Going deep for Diggs. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken at around the 40. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Two and now on 1st down. That'll be complete to Breida. I call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And brought in by the tight end Cook. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. A little costly there. You wipe out the 1st down. You also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Tagovailoa flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
On the tackle.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And the Dolphin first down.
Tua now on 1st down. And that is incomplete here.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tua, a give. This is Howard. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Tua Tagovailoa sacked. A loss of 8 yards. And it's 4th down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
That one, 28 yards on the ground.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. On 1st down, Allen. And this is incomplete. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the gun, it's Allen. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. To the air, Allen. And able to find John Brown. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
36-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Tyler Bass to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 14. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's
3rd Tua, the final shot before half. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Jason Sanders to kick off.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Now this will make it into the end zone. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
7-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Singletary. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Singletary, the ball carrier.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Singletary again. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The tackle made.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They will run with Singletary. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
At the 2-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They run here with Singletary. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a second and goal.
Second and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll look to run with Moss. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Now Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Tua. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Check mark 33. Check mark 33. Watch the screen.
They go right back to Singletary. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
On first down, here's Breida. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The ball carrier.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
The ball carrier.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On first down, they run with Howard. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Howard, the ball carrier. Ed Oliver made the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Complete to
Matt Breida, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead.
Bills 14.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
1-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's up in it after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Tackled at the 25.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen going deep for Diggs. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Intercepted by the Dolphins.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They run with Breida. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 22 and a first down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
Yeah, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now a give coming right is Breida.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That'll be complete to Cook. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. So let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
On the tackle.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. To throw again, Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And again, it's Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Singletary, a first down and more. And all the way down to the 5. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills draw a bit closer. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jordan, no gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
2nd and 10.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They run again with Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
28-yard line.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Singletary. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 yards on the play. First down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. On the counter, this is Singletary. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The kick by Bass is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even, yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. A good pickup there at 22.
And the Dolphins.
Tua going to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
The first down pass. Intercepted.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They run the counter. Singletary. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rule.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
3rd down.
Here comes a big one now in overtime. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 23. A huge play there in overtime. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
Tua going to hand this one to Breida. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. On second down, a run with Breida. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it brings up 3rd down.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Here's Breida. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right?
Now a hit and a loose football.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance out field goals from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your whole